inside. So we can only try to ignite that fire, And once you trying to help somebody see their worth and their value, just likewise. That's why I say light up on light. You know what I mean? But when it started hurting you, like you were speaking of, Sheldon, in a relationship, it becomes unhealthy. Because every time you see something, you can see the good in something, the other person gonna always see the bad in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's gonna drain you. You know what I mean? That's not supporting your dreams, your
aspirations. It becomes pointless, man. It becomes pointless after a while.
And a weed, like weed, to choke a plant. You know what I'm saying? Like a plant getting choked. So it's gonna drain all the life out of you. So you're gonna have to remove yourself from that situation after you have done, all that you could do, and that person has to accept some of that accountability. And this is going back to what Vincent said. Don't cast your pearls to swine, because you got to see if people are really wanting what you got. You can waste your time. You can waste your time. It is the first thing is wasting your time, on things that are frivolous, arguing back and forth, a lot of negative feedback, not trying to really build a good construct, where we grow from each other, like kind of what we do. We can sit up here and debate and tear each other's head off, and we can leave out of here with nothing, but that's not what we do. So
No, sir.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Put our people around positive people like Tasha Dearborn, other people. We want to connect with other people and help uplift people who want to, be lit with
yes,
that
sir.
thing.
Say, man, speaking of that, she left another comment too, man. And I say this all the time. When people make comments on the show and stuff like that, it's really nothing for me to read those comments, and I don't consider that, oh my gosh, let me read another comment. I like the fact that you guys take the time and have something to say, and it's all about listener interaction. So if you take the time to listen to the show, then I can definitely take the time to read your comment. Can you dig it? And matter of fact, and here it goes. Right. She said, when we were talking about in reference to people changing, when Vincent was talking about that aspect of people and stuff like that, casting your, pearls among swine and things, right? She was saying all facts. When I started doing differently, those that didn't agree or couldn't understand fell off. Got rid of themselves. So I responded to it. It's like eating something that's bad for you. It comes right on out, right? Stuff removes itself, right? Say you're on a health kick, right? And then all of a sudden you're going to go your cheat day, right? You're going to go to McDonald's. Man, you can't make it to the bathroom fast enough to get that stuff about you. Because it's not supposed to be there. So certain people are not supposed to be there. Certain aspects, certain relationships are not supposed to be there. And now you purposely went to McDonald's even though you shouldn't have went there. But nobody pulled your arm. Nobody forced you to not go there. But the results of you making that decision, it happened regardless of how you felt about it. No matter who, you know what I'm saying? No matter what was going on with the decision, you still made that decision willingly to go do those particular things. So when you're around something negative and you're in an environment that you don't particularly want to be in, you can willingly make a decision to say, I'm not going to contribute to that. I'm not going to support that. I'm not going to put anything into that because it's not adding value. This time, every tick of the clock, man, we're getting older. We're getting older, right? We're getting closer to our expiration date. So why would you want to spend this valuable, precious time that ends on this side at a particular time to where you want to just give drama, and negativity? You want to move around from that. You want to have a little bit more in your life than that negative energy. And again, if you have anyone draining that, you want to be able to get around and get your battery recharged. Go get your battery recharged.
That's right.
And
everybody can't go to that next level with you. And I always say we're on this journey. Yeah, we're on this journey, and everybody serves their purpose who you meet in life. Right. Some people are not. It's not nothing bad or good. They just serve their purpose in their time.
But
you gotta go. You're going to that next level. You got to know this, and it's going back to what we're saying about this energy, because you got to surround yourself with people who on a higher level than you. Never be afraid of that either. Because you got to connect with people. That makes you strive. You know what I mean? Right. So, and that's what I'm all about, bro. Just like you, Vincent, I do this all week, bro. I got to surround myself all throughout the week, bro. This is a lifestyle. This is a habit. This just ain't on the show. I always talking to somebody who's making some kind of moves. You know what I mean? In some aspect or some fashion, bro. Because, I know that that's the only way I'm going to grow. And I'm gonna keep going. But once you settle for that and you start entertaining it, you get caught up in it. It becomes your lifestyle. Gossiping, headiness, as they said, backbiting, and just talking down on yourself, other people, and it becomes, and that stuff suffocates you, man, choke the life.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
The old people always say birds and the feathers fly together, right?
Yeah. But you talking about, man.
A lot of wisdom in that. Lots of wisdom in that.
Yeah, man, you're right. So take us out though too, though, man. Brandon, you were talking about earlier, man. You were talking about everybody can't go with you, right? Everybody can't travel with you, right? Any building that you go into, if you pay attention, it says what? Maximum capacity. Any cruise ship, only a certain amount of people can get on that ship. Any airplane, only a certain amount of passengers can get on that plane. So to get to the level that you want to, if you override it, guess what? It can sink. Right? If you overload that plane, then you can have a malfunction midair, right? So therefore, there's rules and regulations. If you pack it with too many people, that's a fire hazard, right? So therefore, you don't leave no room for emergencies. You don't leave any room for unforeseen circumstance if your boat is too jam-packed with people that's not supposed to be there anyway, stealing your energy. Stealing your life, locked in the safe with you, where they only got 3 hours worth of air, and you just gonna steady talking. You dig what I'm saying?
That's
right. What are you there for? Now we all gonna die because you don't understand the concept of just, hey, we only got an X amount of time on a little bit of air, right? So we carry it for familiarity. We stay in these relationships that's draining our energy for familiarity. We keep these people around us for familiarity, but again, are they an energy giver? Or they're an energy taker. And if they're a taker and you're trying to be a giver, then what is your purpose of keeping this taker around? Except for familiarity. Right?
Right. Hey, Kanye West said it. He said, I've been talking to God for so long, when he look at my life, this is when I look at my life, it's like he's talking back. So look at your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do we look at God talking back? And we're talking about the metaphorical sense. We already know this. So look at what your 2017 was. All we got to do is kind of gauge ourselves. What did you do? Where did you go? You know what I mean? And we talking about ships, Sheldon. You know what I mean? You mentioned ships. We talked about ships before. Relationship, it should be going somewhere in some form of fashion. So you got to charter these waters with people of like mind, like nature. But my bad, Vincent. I was going to
use that exact reference because you said it before though. Like we know water can flow upstream, downstream, and it also can stagnate if you are not moving. If you are not moving, exactly, most definitely, man. So like, surrounding yourself with people that's going in that same direction. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. That's the main focus. That should be the focal point. Because like I say, at the end of the day, for those that's not ugly, that's trying to be counterproductive, they're eventually gonna fall off. They don't have no place for them. You know what I mean? Right. They want to have nothing to stand up on. They just eventually fall off, and you ain't got to worry about them. You don't have to say anything. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, most definitely.
You remember the anthrax scare?
Right.
Remember the anthrax scare, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the anthrax.
Everybody was scared of anthrax. You got toxic people. You feel me? You got toxic people, always telling you, and it's the ones who ain't never did it trying to tell you how to do it. That's the code for it, right? It's always people who never done it or never even tried to do it and telling you that you can't do it.
False evidence appearing real.
Right? That's the insecurity speaking. Gandhi had a saying, bro. He said, I would not let people walk through my mind with dirty feet. You know what I mean?
Solid.
I would not let people walk through my mind with dirty feet. So, and I liked it. I was like, man, that's deep because that's what we allow. You don't allow, Sheldon, you said this before.
Yes,
you don't allow anybody just to come in your house. You lock the door. So why would you let somebody come into your house? And I'm talking about your mind.
Your mental,
You feel me? You lock that door. Don't let anybody. Everybody don't deserve to be in your company. And I'm not saying this in an arrogant way.
No.
I'm just saying, I'm telling you from a perspective of some people, they just going to drain your energy. Like you say, Sheldon, we talking about energy like that battery. Your battery go down on your phone.
Yeah.
Your car. You know what I mean? So you will need a boost. So,
yeah.
Right. You don't need to keep doing this with the wrong people.
Right.
Yourself with the right people.
Exactly, because guess what? You talking about a battery, you need a boost, right? You may mess around, and if you don't have cables of your own, guess what? You're gonna be stuck. You're gonna need some extra help, right? And simply just replace the battery. But what if I don't have the finance to replace the battery? Then guess what? Then you need to either figure out a different way, or get you an Uber or something. There's a solution to this thing. We got to just figure out, rather than I got to steady drive the same car and put myself in a situation of possibly not being able to get to my destination, right? We got to start thinking of solutions rather than these problems that's facing us right above. But that comes from, again, positive mindset, positive thinking around people that's automatically going to think about a solution rather than how many ways this thing can't be done. Right? So those are things we got to have, feeding your energy, people that's feeding you positive stuff, people that's feeding you fruits and vegetables of life, right? Rather than the junk food of life, the carbohydrates, what they say, the glutens of life, if you will, right? Since glutens have a bad name now. Get away from gluten-free yourself of those people. Get away from those people, right? Because it can become debilitating, man, to your growth if you're trying to go somewhere. Because, again, are you going to go somewhere or are you going to grow somewhere, right? So we have to be able to want to grow, and sometimes, again, our growth will stun people. Our growth will make others uncomfortable, but that's not our problem. That's not your problem. The only time it's your problem if you make it your problem. That's the only time that person being uncomfortable with your growth has more to do with them than it does with you. Now, if you stop growing and you stop getting to where you're supposed to go, then that person won't benefit, and you've given that person more power than your destiny, than where you're supposed to be. So you allow that individual who's going to feel one way or the other regardless, right, to stop you in your God-given path. So imagine the number of people that did not get your help because you allow one person to hinder your growth and your progress. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Almost to the point to where I see people driving all the time, texting and driving and looking down at their phone. If you have an accident and you injure yourself and you injure someone else or possibly kill someone, will that text be worth it? Will that Facebook post be worth it? Will that message be worth it? See, why don't we wait to start losing weight after we get fat? Huh? Let's start having some proactive approaches to some of these things. Again, we talking about the last of 2017, so we might as well go out with a bang. Happy New Year. Can you dig it? Right? So it's all about understanding and getting this thing. We talking about entertainment. We ain't talking about being all soft and simple and subtle. That approach is gone. We talking about matter of fact, what kind of energy level do you have? And if you have a low energy level and you want to rise in a positive state of mind, then what are you doing about it? What will you do about it? What have you done about it? And if it's nothing, then guess what? Why are you comfortable being uncomfortable? What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Can you dig it? I mean, at the same time, though, man, is that we got this one life to live. I think they have a soap opera about that, right? One life to live? You got one life to live. And if you wasted it and you spend any of it in 2017 tripping over something that you have no business tripping on, will you spend any amount of 2018 worried about that? And if you are, then that's on you. That is on you. Listeners, fans, new fans, old fans, that's on you. That is on you.
Look. Most definitely, man. Most definitely, because when you look at yourself and you just look at the faculties within yourself, it's going to tell you about yourself. If you do a self-inventory every night, you know what I'm saying? That's when
it's
you do
imperative, man.
Yeah, man. And it's going to tell you. If you're feeling down and you're feeling out, well, it's an area, there's some area that's going on within you, you have to strengthen. You got moral issues, we got spiritual issues, we got physical issues. You know what I mean? The physical, that's health. Some of that deals with health. Some people might feel like they need to gain weight. Some might feel like they need to lose weight.
Yeah.
If that individual feel like that, use that energy to change it.
Your health is your wealth, man.
Yes, sir. That's what it's for, Yeah, most definitely. Go ahead, Brent.
And friction, you know what I mean? It's like I would say, it's like what you're saying, energy is friction. So friction is the challenge. Crisis is challenge. So the answer, even when we have problems, the solution is the problem. We just got to unravel it. But I wanted to take this analogy, like with sex. When you have sex, if somebody don't get theirs, right? This shit's on the street. Somebody gonna be mad. Somebody gonna be frustrated, right? Especially a woman, right?
Right.
Wasting my damn time. You took all that noise. Was it good for you? Hell no. If you don't get your... No, go ahead, bro.
Right. No, that's right. And just like, and I'm saying that, the meters of the mind. you should take some away. When two people meet and have a conversation or anything,